What are you nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. And today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Moriarty the Patriot, The Remains Chapter 2. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let us just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what me and my adorable kitty are doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, we got ourselves into a what, kitty? A kakiguri situation here with Will. Yes, we have. And this is gonna be good, because you know Will don't fuck around. Oh, no, he don't. Anyways, let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us this month. And this chapter is titled Play of the Lord of Crime, Act 2. And of course, we have a beautiful cover page here. The king stands to protect his knight. A one-shot game on which a huge sum has been staked. Shall we? I accept the rules. Of course, this is very kakiguri-esque, and I live. The game was what was termed closed poker. Each player would be dealt 5 cards, after which they would have only one chance to replace as many cards as they wished from their hand. Not only was it more difficult to discern your opponent's cards, the outcome would also be decided in a single round, hence they would only be able to count on their own luck. However, as the two of us are essentially on the same side, would you like to have another player join the match? Right. Oi, you, come here. As my companion has mentioned, this young man is but a stranger we chanced upon on our way here. I was thinking he could serve as our dealer for this game. After all, this is a big match with a lot of money at stake, so we should take every precaution to ensure there are no irregularities. I was told you did the same thing last night in the interest of fairness. Thanks for your concern, or at least that's what I wanted to say, but I'm afraid I refuse. And that's because who on earth would believe that's how you met? Since you're the ones who brought him here, it's only natural to think he's on your side. That's a pity. I went out of my way to bring him here since I thought it would save us a lot of trouble. Is there really no way you'll agree? Saying it like that will only bring suspicion upon yourself, but I agree that we need a neutral party as our dealer, so... Him. As far as I can tell, he's a complete outsider. Indeed, he looks like a fine choice. No complaints here. Alright, it's decided. One question, if I may. Mr. Johnson, from what I've heard, my companion here has committed some deplorable acts, and this sum of £100 was originally meant as compensation to the victims he allegedly deceived all this while. Yeah, after a strange turn of events, it became this high-stakes match instead, but this ain't so bad. In a way, you could see it as a right of retribution for that cheating bastard. Dude, shut the fuck up. You were cheating too. Stop. That's terrible, but isn't retribution a rather unreasonable word to use here? After all, the match hasn't even begun yet. Sinners are destined to be judged. That's what God decreed. That's what God decreed, huh? Well... sometimes it's fun to be a sinner. Sinners are winners. Being pure is boring. Oh god, it is. It would be extremely boring to be pure. Unless you're a pure kitty. Pure kitty's a cutie. Yeah, kitty. Cat is just being so fucking cute, I can't stand it. Besides, this guy is just some small fry who can't win unless he cheats. All that awaits him is but a humiliating defeat that befits his mediocrity. However, just as the Bible tells us not to judge, even if of course you use the Bible for this shit. Even if this is retribution, why not treat him with a little more forgiveness? It's still not too late. Could we not refrain from betting such cruelly large sums and enjoy a more moderate game instead? Getting Nancy, young master? Just start already. Don't spoil the mood. Sure, the Bible tells us not to judge, but in a game where luck decides all, the one doing the judging's not me, but the Lord in heaven above. So, in this game, everything that happens will be due to divine providence? Yep, and that wicked will incur the wrath of God. wicked. Well, I'm a Jew. I always incur the wrath of God, according to Christians, though. Ironically, even though without those Jews, you would not be in existence. But what else can I say, huh? And this will be shown via the cards. Unique, isn't it? It's like a silly tragic comedy. In that case, it means you're prepared to accept the outcome, yes? What's all this about? Of course I am. Whatever happens, everyone here is obliged to accept the outcome, whether they like it or not. I'm relieved to hear that. Well then, let us humbly await God's judgment. It's no use being pious now. If you engage in immorality, entire cities will be razed by heavenly fire. It says so in the old... Oh, now you bring up my people's book! You bring up my people's book now! It says so in the Old Testament. The Old Testament is my people's book. Shut the fuck up, bro. Leave my people out of this. Sooner or later, we ourselves will be judged. We are always judged. Well, God is testing me constantly. The story of my life, unfortunately. In that case, let's prove which of us holds more sin. Hurry up, you dunce! Oi, your card's been dealt. What are you waiting for? This is all decided by luck, isn't it? So I decided not to struggle in vain and simply await the outcome. Dude! What a... Well, dude, there is in fact an aggressive tactic in poker where one refuses to look at their cards and bets a large number of chips in order to frighten their opponents. But this game will be decided in its very first round. There's no option to make your opponent fold to begin with. That was just a figure of speech. Sure, most of it's down to luck, but are you really going to throw away your one chance to change your cards? Indeed. Respectfully, I shall resign myself to fate. Are those profligate nobles really just that carefree? Or is it that 100 pound means nothing to him even if he loses? Either way, I'm going to make a killing. Oi, I'll swap too. I'll change 4. He's so obvious that it's actually suspicious. One for me. They finished swapping their cards in no time. Time to open your cards. It's a bust. What a joke. So it really was a weekend, huh? A full house. This is a true miracle. Man, I'm glad I'm always so family-oriented. How? Even though we were watching him carefully after learning our lesson last night, he made no suspicious movements at all. This is all about luck, isn't it? And the appearance of this hand is also the will of God. Poor you. Sure is a miracle to have won in a situation where it'd precisely be impossible. By Jove, it's 4 of a kind! What the hell? God can be cruel to make you think for one moment that you won. Oh, fuck off. It scared me a little to use the same trick again in this pub. But it seems no one's noticed. Idiots, every last one of them. Dude, he is cheating! I knew it! Dude, it's always these motherfuckers that do this! Oh, God. The ones that are the most righteous are the most, virtuous, if that... Yes, that would be it. They always have some, secrets in the closet, some skeletons in the closet. Right, Keys? Right, cats. Cat's like, why are you asking me? I don't deal with them motherfuckers. I just want you to pet me. That's all he wants. Now then, Mr. Willie, you're the last to go. From the start, I thought you were way too theatrical, but are you ready now to meet your fate? Now I'll just have to confirm his hand as a matter of formality. Once I get the prize money, I'll get away from this den at once and go have a pint with my mates. As you wish, the time has come. The time of judgment. Huh? Woo! A straight flush! Whoa! Ooh! What? You bloody... Why do you give those cards to that top? Do you want to die? Could you stop accusing this young man? After all, he's an important colleague of mine. What? You don't tell me... The more observant of you will have already realized this, but that young man over there was originally meant to be the dealer. And the one who took on the role instead tonight is my companion in disguise. From the start, did you know everything? Indeed, that's why we were able to set you up so magnificently. Exactly when did you find out? From the very beginning. What? As I was saying, from the moment you pointed out that my friend here cheated. From what I heard, my friend had only been Oh, fucking I screwed this up. I'm sorry. From what I heard, my friend had been the only one with his cards open back then. The other players had yet to reveal their hands. It was then that this notion came to mind, that perhaps you had the same cards he did. He had hidden his cards before the game, but it was just your luck that they happened to be the same cards in your hand. Therefore, you came to the conclusion that my friend here had cheated. But that doesn't prove that I myself cheat. If you hadn't, then wouldn't the natural thing to do be to interrogate him as to why your cards matched? Yet you didn't. Instead, the first thing you did was search his glove. From that move of yours, I was able to discern your thought process. If you were to point out the duplicate card first, there was a chance he could turn it around and accuse you of cheating as well. After all, the evidence can cut both ways. Hence, this move allowed you to avoid the possibility that your own cheating would be uncovered as well. Therefore, you chose not to reveal your own cards while searching the spot where he was most likely to have hidden his. Based on the reasons above, I thus concluded that there was a good chance you were cheating as well. Of course. In that case, dude, these motherfuckers all don't cheat. Go read Kakiguri, you will see. It's a game. It's more so of a game of not getting caught cheating. In that case, the next question would be what methods you were using. For that too, there was a clue hidden in the story. I was told that when you challenged him to a rematch, you said you made it a rule not to play anyone twice. That could simply be your personal style, but upon further scrutiny, it could also be taken to mean that your trick risks being exposed when used twice. Then what kind of ruse is difficult to use more than once? At this point, I'm sure everyone has figured it out. Since it'd be too dull if I were to keep talking at length, let us digress from the topic a little. Now I shall showcase some classic techniques used to cheat. Did you see what I just did? I dealt the second card from the top as well as the bottommost card of the deck. These are known as the second dealing and bottom dealing respectively. Too, that's actually very interesting. Also, you could do something like this, palming or hiding a card in your palm. These are techniques used in performance magic, but they're remarkably handy when one is acting as the dealer. Amazing! I couldn't see it at all. Well, I did say earlier that this was a lark. It seems tonight's Lord of Crime is finding more joy in living it up in a West End pub. However, this trick only works if you yourself are the dealer. That would depend on the atmosphere of the betting arena, and even if by luck you were appointed the dealer once, it'd be highly doubtful that you would be able to remain in the same role. But what if that were possible? For example, you could preach about maintaining fairness, then nominate an accomplice pretending to be unrelated to you as the dealer. Since that person would be a complete stranger to the other players, it'd be highly likely that they would be allowed to continue as the dealer in subsequent games. Wouldn't you agree? Come to think of it, didn't you suggest the same thing yesterday and bring in some lad from outside the pub? Looking closer, he's precisely that snake over there. Oh, did they realize that? Well, did they only realize that now? It's exactly as he said. Like this, Mr. Johnson made up a reason that everyone would agree to and set his accomplice up as the dealer. And he couldn't use the same trick twice because, like what happened earlier, there was a risk that the players would remember the dealer's face. In addition, that person had to be fixed as the dealer since the techniques I showed earlier are not easily learned. If you think back to today's match, there were also some points of suspicion. When I showed up, he requested a game based on luck. But in that case, a simpler and more luck-based game would be to draw cards from the top of the deck one by one and compete based on the size and the number shown. However, he still insisted on poker. Perhaps that was due to the proclamation he made the previous night, but more than that, wasn't it because he wanted to ensure that the cards would be dealt? That is all I have to add, and with that, my explanation is complete. Thank you for your kind attention. I get that you used my trick against me, but what about him? He's just a stranger we approached on the street while on our way here. You had simply accepted my offer and made him the dealer. The match would have truly been a game of chance. So you were testing me? Those who believe will be saved. You lost because you doubted the kindness of others. So I messed up by misjudging you, huh? No, the one you misjudged was him. But first I thought it was brilliant that you managed to see through his cheats. Furthermore, your impeccable ability to observe people is the entire reason why you hadn't been caught until now. I would think that there were some who'd opposed letting a stranger join the match on the grounds that such a person had nothing to do with the matter. In addition, there was always a risk that your accomplice would be found out. Hence, you probably had a hard time choosing the right opponent to use this plan against. However, you made a fatal error last night. You underestimated my companion, thinking him a simple coward, and out of greed, you put yourself forward as an opponent for the rematch. On top of that, of all things, you foolishly tried to use the same trick again. Didn't you notice? Last night he had already gotten some idea as to what your methods were, and in order to lure you into another match, he deliberately acted the part of someone who'd been trapped and driven in a corner. Your cheats had worked too well up to this point, and because of that, and because of that, you got into the habit of looking down on others. It's that cheap pride of yours that tripped you up in the end. After all, you're just a shitty rat with a smidgen of cutting. I like that, that's good. Shitty rat with a smidgen of cutting. Dude, I might have to use that. That is God, that line is everything. I'm going to be stealing that. If only I'd shut up my trap and not been so smug. Yeah, you fucking idiot. Oh dear, that's not very nice to resort to violence after losing an argument. Unlike you, who's been living your posh life, dirty work is just an everyday thing for us. I'll show you that threats of force are an excellent way to negotiate. Oh god. Good grief, even though it was such a fun and exciting night. Leave this to me. I don't want to trouble you guys any further. Besides, more than anything, I won't be satisfied till I beat him up with my own hands. Alright, I'll leave it to you. You can take... Wait, you think you can take us on all your... Wait. This is so stupid. I might have to give you some kitty footage, because goddamn, this is just... I'm looking at pure cuteness right here. Oh my god, I can't with this. You think you can take us on... you think you can take us all on yourself? Great, as he wishes, beat him to a pulp and kill him. Sorry, but I'm not going to hold back. Feels great to go berserk for once. Fight sure is the quickest and best way of doing things. Even so, you still resorted to brute force in the end. Don't look so surly, Fred. As the saying goes, all's well that ends well. It's only a good outcome for you, Moran. However, the way you handled the matter left it quite unresolved. In any case, it'll probably be difficult for you to show your face at that pub for a while. There are as many pubs in London as stars in the sky, so I could just go somewhere else. Though the women there were superb, so I do have some regrets. You still haven't learned a thing, I see. Come to think of it, Mr. William, you look like you enjoyed yourself tonight. Yeah, normally you just work behind the scenes. It's rare to see you show off those kinds of skills and give such an enthusiastic speech. Now that I think about it, I can't deny that I might have been a bit too showy. But perhaps that kind of a spectacle can be excused, at least for tonight. You really wanted to join in the fight, didn't you? Not at all. Just watching you run riot was refreshing enough for me. Dude, I would... William's not lying, but I probably would be entertained too, just watching Moran, like, fuck shit up. Leaving work behind and playing cards? I'm happy enough with that. As I recall, he hadn't budged from where he stood back at then and just watched calmly as I single-handedly crushed them. Dude, William was probably like, yes. Oh, this is so nice to see. I love watching people getting their ass beaten, especially since this motherfucker is guilty of being a little bitch. But anyways, in any case, regardless of how it was my own mistake that started this, at least I was able to help William stave off boredom in the end. By the way, what happened to the 200 pounds? I left it all at the pub. I thought it could be used to repair the destruction caused by the fight. Right, I have no excuse for that. That's right, Moran. If you wish to make amends for the loss of that sum, then, well, you can help Lewis. Hold on. Anything but that. I'd rather be placed under house arrest. In that case, while you're confined at the mansion, you can do the chores. How's that sound? Don't they both mean the same thing? Please, anything but that. You know he always gives you the worst chores to do. Lewis is like, yes, I'm ready. Lewis is ready for this shit. He's like, yes, I'm gonna really fuck him up now. Didn't you say it yourself earlier that we shouldn't judge? No, he's going to, though. Calling this a judgment would be an exaggeration. I was just offering you a way to assuage your guilt, Moran, seeing as you're unusually remorseful this time. There's some kind of ill will hidden beneath that. Did I do something to offend you? Not at all. In fact, I'm grateful to you for giving me this chance to have a night out. As proof of that, I'm having so much fun right now. Fun? Come to think of it, Fred. Moran gave an impassioned speech last night about how one can become more mature. Why don't we listen to it later? Didn't I ask you to forget that? Of course, when we get back, we should all listen together. Forgetting about his plans to change the world, he delights in the moment with a fleeting bit of fun. Of course, when we get back, we should all listen together. Fred, even you! You fucker! Fred knows what this is too! Well, Fred does want to spend time with him, too. But this was good. I like this. But there's something here, too. In the case of the duplicate card, it's similar to the light novel of the two diamonds appears in both Moran's and Johnson's hands. Is this foreshadowing or a mistake? Who knows? I love this. I love this manga. This manga is so good. Ooh. What? Hold up. No. Okay. I thought it was something else. Alrighty. But this chapter was good. I do like the direction this manga is going in. I'm very curious what you guys thought of this. I hope that even just little things like this, I'm down with it. Like if we're gonna go like the Detective Conan route or like a Ranko Nahashi route with this, I'm down. I'm very much down with that. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think. And what I mean by that is like having like these little like side adventure things and then like having like one big thing. If we're gonna do that, I'm okay with that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Moriarty the Patriot content. New ways you can do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.